reached out to you because one of our viewers told me that you were able to walk them through and kind of help them when they got one of these pop-ups. How often do you hear about these?
It's actually a daily occurrence for us. We run into samples every single day, and a lot of times it's the same thing. The computer is locked up, and the user can't click away from it. They can't do anything, and it's trying to get them to call a phone number where ultimately, someone would be trying to extort money from them. So a lot of times when the calls come to us, the person's still, dealing with the symptoms on their computer. So we'd walk them through being able to close that down, restart the computer, and avoid ultimately getting connected.
Well, and that's the goal there. I mean, you as you're telling people the best advice, but that computer pop-up and you shared an example with me, which I thought was great. I'm going to share that with our viewers. I mean, they're telling you the exact opposite, right, of what you should do. They're saying your computer is locked up and to unlock, please call this support number immediately.
Yep, absolutely. And a legitimate issue on your computer will never solicit you to call a tech support number. So this thing looks like a real, hack or scam on your computer. It looks like maybe you have a virus or something, and it's basically a call to action to call the number that's listed, on this pop-up screen that looks like a virus. That's the opposite of what you want to do. You definitely don't want to call anybody. And second to that, if you did somehow get confused and you called one of these tech support numbers, you want to make sure no one's allowed to connect to your computer. They'll try to request access to your computer. They'll ask you to install some programs so they can connect to your computer. Never want to allow remote access to a stranger to your computer.
How about the claim in that pop-up that you showed me? They say, please do not attempt to shut down or restart your computer. Doing that may lead to data loss and identity theft. Is that true?
No, that's not true. And that's a scare tactic. Again, on this fake pop-up that looks like a virus, they're trying to stop you from, getting away from it. They don't want you to shut down your computer. They don't want you to restart it. They put that verbiage on there so that they try to basically corner you into where you feel you would have no other option but to call the scammer.
So what should you do?
Well, you can pick up the phone and call us or call, someone you trust, a friend, someone that may be tech savvy to have some help walking through, closing down the scam. It's also good that you can shut down your computer or restart your computer without doing anything else. Sometimes these scams will sound an alarm in the background. They'll make some noise. It'll say, warning, warning, your computer's infected. So it can be hard to concentrate and focus on shutting down your browser window at that time. So it's okay to just completely kill power to your computer even if you had to unplug it. You just want to make sure you never call the number that's in the scam and don't follow any instructions from any of the scammers.
I had someone ask me, how are they able to send these to our computers? Even, let's say, even if you blocked pop-ups on your computer, how are they able to do that?
So sometimes this can happen because a scammer's taken over a website. So it could be a website that you visited before, or someone else could be compromised on the website you're visiting, which is delivering, that ad then through your web browser to you. Another thing that can happen is hackers can buy Google ads. So you might be searching for something that, is familiar to you, and you click on an advertisement that's actually purchased by a scammer to deliver that scam alert to you.
Wow, so deceptive. And I mean the urgency and all of the things that are going on. I pulled up some new numbers from the FBI seeing over $900 million and it's up like 15% these scams, tech and customer support scams. And that's just, and like you said, you hear this all the time from people. Um, do you think the scammers are getting better at this? I feel like, I've been doing this for about, I don't know, 10, 12 years doing these consumer alerts.
Well, it's a cat and mouse game, and I do think the scammers are getting more advanced, but so are the technological tools that you can use to protect yourself from these types of things. But the technical tools alone aren't enough. Your antivirus protection, your web filtering, you still have to have some training and understanding and awareness of what these look like. Because again, in that scenario where it's an advertisement that's delivered to your browser, the technical tools aren't going to be able to block that. They would perceive that it's a legitimate website. So you have to have some awareness on this. We do a lot of community engagement where we put on seminars. We do things for digital equity and inclusion. We go to our ADRC community building and basically talk about these things in large groups of people because without knowing that it's out there, you might think that this is just another legitimate thing on your computer.
And sometimes aren't they popping up and making it look like it's a free scan also to, you
Um,
know,
yeah, they might pop up and say, you need to download this software to scan your computer, or it might say that that they've already conducted a scam and you have 50 viruses and you need to click here to remove them or to resolve them. At which point it would try to extort money. So there's quite a few different flavors that this can come in, and sometimes it might even be a cold call on the phone of instead of a pop-up on your screen, someone could call your phone number and try to get access to your computer as well.